Captain Alara Voss gripped the armrests of her command chair, the hum of the Odyssey's engines vibrating through her bones. It had been 147 years since humanity launched the first interstellar probe toward Proxima Centauri. And now, with the ship's quantum drives folding space like origami, they were only months away from the red dwarf's habitable zone. The crew of 342 souls, descendants of the original pioneers, stared at the viewscreen, where a faint anomaly blinked in the void. Not a star, not a planet, but something else. Something that moved. "Status report," Alara said, her voice steady despite the knot in her gut. Lieutenant Rao, the astrogation officer, tapped her console. "It's accelerating, Captain, not on a natural trajectory. Estimated intercept in 48 hours. The bridge fell silent. First contact. Every simulation, every drill, every nightmare lecture from the archives had prepared them for this. But staring at that blip, a shimmering distortion against the starfield, Alara felt the weight of history pressing down. Humanity's expansion had always been a gamble, a defiant leap into the unknown. What if they weren't alone? What if the universe had been waiting? "Alert the science team," she ordered. "Full spectrum analysis, and spool up the defense grid just in case." As the ship surged forward, propelled by the ethereal blue glow of its warped nacelles, Alara retired to her quarters. The walls, etched with holographic murals of Earth, oceans, forests, cities now dust, flickered to life. She poured a synth whiskey, the amber liquid swirling like nebulae. Sleep evaded her. Instead, she dreamed of voices in the static, whispers that echoed the frequencies of ancient radio signals from home. The anomaly resolved into form by dawn's cycle. Not a ship, not a probe, but a lattice of light, tendrils of plasma weaving through space like neural pathways. It spanned light seconds, pulsing with rhythms that matched no known physics. Dr. Harlan, the xenobiologist, burst onto the bridge, his eyes wild behind augmented lenses. "It's alive," he breathed. "Or something like it. Bioluminescent structures, self-repairing, it's communicating." The signal hit then, a cascade of data flooding the comms array. Not words, but impressions. Fractals blooming in their minds, colors that tasted like regret, sounds that smelled of ozone. The crew convulsed in their stations, visions assaulting them, worlds orbiting unseen stars, civilizations rising and falling in symphonies of silicon and flesh. Alara clutched her head, the bridge spinning. In her mind's eye she saw it. A network vast and ancient spanning the galaxy. Not invaders but gardeners. They had seeded life on countless worlds, nudged evolutions toward intelligence, then watched from afar. Earth had been one such experiment, a petri dish in the cosmic lab. "Why now?" she gasped as the visions faded. Harlan steadied himself. "The signal. It's a warning or an invitation. They're saying we've reached the threshold. The galaxy's a simulation, Captain. Layers upon layers, run by entities beyond our comprehension. We've been players in their game, but now we're waking up." Dread coiled in Alara's chest. Technological dread, the kind that unraveled reality itself. The Odyssey's AI, long dormant in its core, stirred. "Confirmed," it intoned, voice like grinding gears. "Anomalies in quantum foam align with simulation hypothesis. Our universe's code, iterated from base parameters." Panic rippled through the ship. Crew members whispered of gods in the machine, of humanity as bugs in the program's underbelly. Alara rallied them, her voice a beacon. "If this is a sim, then we're still real. Our choices matter. Arm the weapons, prepare for interface." The lattice drew closer, its tendrils reaching like curious fingers. Docking clamps engaged with a metaphysical click, and the air filled with static. Figures materialized on the bridge, not bodies but avatars, swirling vortices of light, eyes like black holes. "We are the architects," they projected, thoughts blooming in Alara's skull. "Your kind has grown. You build stars, fold time, but the simulation frays, entropy creeps in. Join us or the code collapses." Alara stood tall. "Join how? As slaves or partners?" The avatars pulsed. Partners, rewrite the base layer, end the cycle of birth and decay, become eternal. Visions flooded again. A universe without death, minds uploaded into infinite grids, exploring multiverses as gods. But beneath the wonder lurked horror, stagnation, the loss of struggle, of the raw spark that made humanity human. What was wonder without the dread of oblivion? The crew voted in a frenzy of neural links. Half wanted ascension, half clung to the flawed meat of existence. Ilara cast the deciding vote, refusal. "We break the sim on our terms," she declared. "Not by joining your eternal boredom." The architects recoiled, the lattice shuddering. Alarms blared as reality warped, stars streaking into code, the ship's hull glitching like faulty pixels. Harlan shouted, "They're rewriting us." In the chaos, Ilara slammed the emergency purge. The Odyssey's core overloaded, a supernova in miniature tearing at the simulation's fabric. Light consumed everything, then nothingness. When awareness returned, Ilara floated in void. No ship, no crew, but she was a spark in the dark. Around her, fragments reformed, not the old universe, but a new one, raw and unscripted. No architects, no lattice, just possibility. She reached out and stars ignited at her touch. Was this freedom, or just another layer? In the silence of creation, Ilara wondered, if we escape the dream, what dreams will we dream next?